Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is discuss pro wrestling of a old school, new school, all points in between. Point. This is the Superstars of Wrestling Review Series for the 20th of May 1995. Smoking Guns defeat Bob Cook and Mike Chloe. Chloe is the pinned individual in this particular endeavor. Super basic match as one would expect. Doc Hendricks and Vince McMahon are your announcers for the day. The Smoking Guns are your former short-term tag team champions, having won them around the Royal Rumble of the 1995 year. Bob Cook, one of the best enhancement talents ever, and Billy Gunn obviously taking full advantage of his talents, using a good number of hip tosses, arm drags, and the like. Super basic enhancement match. Bart Gunn comes in, and then they hit the double team maneuvers. Guns are still baby faces, not signing with Sonny as of yet. I don't think that happens for about another year or so. But the Sidewinder is used when Chloe is pinned, and ultimately that is my phone. Gonna grab my phone. We'll be back in two shakes of a lamb's tail with more right after this. And again, more of a run towards trying to get, the, I guess you'd say, the team of Bam Bam Bigelow and Diesel together is kind of what's there. Diesel being backed up by, or Bigelow being backed up by Diesel. Highlights from the initial In Your House pay-per-view is also there. Razor Ramon and Jacob Blue is coming up as a King of the Ring qualifier. Jean-Pierre Lafitte, a.k.a. Quebecer Pierre, in his pirate gimmick is here. And then we have a run towards kind of moving things in a direction towards the John Crystal gets beat with a cannonball. I mean, John Crystal certainly an enhancement talent that has a good bit of influence, but very punch kick. Jean-Pierre Lafitte using good size. Also, for his size, kind of a more agile guy. Hit some dives and kind of more cannonball-like maneuvers along the way there, and gets the pin. Then we go to the review of the In Your House pay-per-view with Stephanie Wyand. Wyand is a short-term broadcaster. Skip and Sonny make fun of the fans, basically saying they're fat, out of shape, and the fans will never be like them. Man Mountain Rock is up next in a squash match where where Doc Hendricks even says the line, "You almost wish you had long hair," mocking the fact that he had to cut his hair for the benefit of this particular thing. Bill Payne submits to the former Max Payne, as Man Mountain Rock is previously known as Max Payne in WCW before coming to the WWF with that really weak gimmick. And the Man Mountain Rock thing never really took off. I remember seeing him at some house shows, and it just never came together. Obviously, the Painkiller, aka the armbar, super basic, and the enhancement talent takes a couple of shots, clotheslines, and other stuff by Man Mountain Rock, and simple run there. They tried to do the tie-dye thing, tried to get him to be a guy that people took seriously. It just never really came together. Highlights of Mr. Bob Backlund from Raw. And then we go to also a promise for a 1 hour version of WrestleMania on Fox in the upcoming weeks, kind of trying to get hype out of the LT Bam Bam Bigelow thing about a month after Mania took place, month and a half, something like that. Then we go to Mantar, who, another gimmick. It's just weird. 1995, such a weird time to think that by the end of 96, things are certainly coming back around. The end of 97, it's almost a completely different product. So a 2 year, very interesting run. Anyway, so Mantar up next, taking on Gary Scott. Beats him with a power slam. Super short match, probably about 3 minutes, if that. And the Gary Scott tries the sunset flip, doesn't get what he wants. Gets the power slam and a quick victory there. Jacob and Eli Blue with Uncle Zebekiah, a.k.a. Zeb Coulter, a.k.a. Dutch Mantel. out there, and this is the King of the Ring qualifier. Razor Ramon getting a victory there. He gets a pretty basic thing there. Also, Savio Vega interferes at the last, at the In Your House in May. He, of course, had been the previous Quang, so doing a babyface deal there. Interesting that they did this at that time. Not quite sure why that happened. Probably because they were looking for something a little longer for him. Anyway, I mean, Razor Ramon coming together and doing the Jacob Blue match. Obviously, Razor does qualify for the 95 King of the Ring. Blue with his brother Eli on the outside of the ring. A very basic punch kick match and simple match. Nothing necessarily to see. Certainly, the Harris twins, not exactly the best of opponents for Scott Hall. Scott Hall generally does better with smaller opponents who can bump around for him. At one point, one of the Blue Brothers does manage to toss Scott Hall out of the ring very simply and effectively and gets things going in a positive direction for himself. They wrestle over, no pun intended, a top wrist lock for a while, and the Blue Brothers try to do a switch mid-ring. Match probably goes longer than it should, cut off with clotheslines by the Blues, and again, really simple run there, and ultimately managing to go back and forth, kind of hitting things forward, and it is what it is as far as things are concerned, and ultimately, clotheslines behind the head and other such things, and ultimately, we kind of see Scott Hall get the victory there. Hype for the King of the Ring in Philadelphia, 1995. You would think that that would lead to some ECW involvement, but it really doesn't, and that is the end of this particular program. Again, the King of the Ring in its third year on pay-per-view. Not the same that it normally is, but anyway, we'll be back with more right after this.